Fitz is up. Good day, gents. Thanks for this platform to get at actionable answers to real world questions. Marco, can you drop the link for the charity? You can always count on Fitz, Marco, to ask for the link. I'm sure a couple of people here will love to learn something that works and helps a couple of kids stay in school for as little as $20 one time. Thanks, Fitz. We always appreciate you mentioning that. His question is, my client has a GoDaddy site that appears to have an iFrame breaker. Have you come across that before? Yeah, not a GoDaddy site, because anytime anybody has a GoDaddy site, if it's a prospect that says, well, I've got a GoDaddy site, can you help me? I see only if we switch it over to something else. I won't work on a GoDaddy site because it sucks. However, it wasn't a GoDaddy site, but recently I just asked Marco about one of my brands for lead gen stuff at the server level, at the host level, they had an iFrame breaker in it. And I asked Marco to take a look at it because apparently they just added that recently, because I've been able to iFrame the site before. And then all of a sudden in the last month or so, I noticed that the iframes were all broken. And I asked Marco, why would this not work anymore? And he said, well, there's an iFrame breaker in it. And he said, if it's not done at the, at the theme level within WordPress, then it's probably done at your server or your host level, but, in the server. And so sure enough, I contacted the host, and that was the issue. And they did not want to release or remove that. So I ended up migrating the site from that host to another host. And I just did that 2 weeks ago, actually. So, not GoDaddy specifically, but have I come across that before? Yes. One of my own brands, like I said, I just literally migrated it to another server about 2 weeks ago. So that's what I would suggest. If you've got a site that's, I don't know if it's a GoDaddy site or it's a site just hosted on GoDaddy hosting, but in either case, I would get it the hell off of GoDaddy, period. Okay. Get it to a better server, and probably a better CMS if it is a GoDaddy type site site instead of just the hosting alone. But that would be my suggestion. Marco?
Yeah, run. Run from anybody who forces you to have things that you don't want on your server. You don't want an X-frame on your server. Why in the world would they install an X-frame breaker without asking you if you want one? To me, it's ridiculous what they do. I love Liquid Web. I recommend Liquid Web. Those of you who have clients and say you're at the 5, 6, 7 client range, then that's enough to bring them all together, get yourself a Liquid Web VPS and put them all on your own hosting. You charge a little more, and you're gonna have fantastic customer service because they're right there. They're gonna fix everything for you. They're gonna help you migrate. They're gonna take care of everything for you, and then you become your own hosting company through Liquid Web.
Yep.
I mean,
it's another source of revenue.
Yeah.
Also, I would just, I love Liquid Web as well. There's my two favorites are Liquid Web and WPX hosting, which was Terry Kyle's hosting platform. I can vouch for them. I'm using WPX hosting quite heavily right now as well. Their support is on par with Liquid Web's, which is swear to you can submit, if you go to support chat and you submit within 60 seconds, you always get a reply and they're on it. So I can vouch for WPX. There are some limitations with WPX that you don't have with Liquid Web though. So Liquid Web's a little bit more expensive, but as Marco said, if you've got several, just a handful of clients and you move them over to where they're hosting with you instead, you can actually turn that into a stream of revenue. So those would be my two recommendations. How can I handle that? Yeah, again, run away from GoDaddy as quickly as possible.